Building a fort can be critical to your progression through a zone. This is because a fort is so hard to take down unless it's being built, because then it only takes one burn and it's gone. And this is the situation we find ourselves in, defending a fort, trying to get it built at the end of our uptime and going into the enemy's uptime. So stick around for the insane report of this fort getting swarmed and rallied like crazy as the enemy desperately tries in the final minutes of this fort building to take it down. Hello my friends and welcome back. I'm Chisgule Gaming and this video is sponsored by the makers of Rise of Kingdoms, and I found myself in a lot of very difficult situations in this Zone 5 fight where I'm sending tons of my infantry to die. It's a good thing that's what I've been training because, as I've mentioned in a couple videos now, like pretty soon I'll be down to just field fighting marches for infantry. Yeah, infantry are really, really strong right now. So what am I doing here? I am hopping from city to city to try to get infantry into a counter rally and get infantry into the fort. It's pretty simple. We don't have field control. We don't have a way to get field control, really. They are overrunning us. And when I say that this was at the end of our uptime, I mean, we're basically in our downtime, I think, at this point. It's like, you know, around that magical midnight hour where, I mean, people start going to bed and they are all waking up and coming online, and you can see they're crushing the field. So we've got a Xenoflav in the garrison. They've got a Pakal Herald. I think these are very good choices all around. The only thing I will say is if they really had this kind of field control, I mean, they could have been more aggressive here and gone with a more aggressive rally, and that might actually have been the difference maker for their taking down this fort or not. But the thing about a Pakal Herald that is so strong is that you cannot swarm it. And given that we have no field nor seemingly the ability to get field here, This is a good candidate for maybe a tougher, higher damage per second rally. Now, you may be wondering, wait a minute, Chisgule, how are they rallying this? Isn't this thing surrounded by flags? And it is. However, the developers made a change because people were glitching out forts, such that if any part of what the fort territory would be when it's built is exposed while it's building, then you can rally the fort. So we had like one square that the enemy was able to actually fight their way to by destroying some of our flags, and that square became exposed of the fort's territory all the way at the edge, and so it was rallyable. And we thought, you know, we could do some crazy heroics, but there's only 30 minutes that we need to defend for. How bad could it be? Ha ha ha. Well, I mean, I guess it's better to defend a building fort than it is to defend a building flag. And that ultimately were our two options. Build a flag to try to cover up the land that was about to be exposed, but then we have to defend a building flag, or just suck it up and actually properly defend the building fort. And we just went for it. We defended the fort. So here we are. And here's the counter rally. Counter rally is a Scipio with Herald. I mean, they're going to take a lot of damage in this, and I bet you I'm going to get distracted and look at this counter rally report. Oh yeah, they figure out that it's a Herald. I think, yeah, I'm trying to put something in the counter rally. I mean, I was there. I figured the counter rally's about to die, so I had a march, I guess, that was nearby that I was about to send home, but instead I just drop it into the counter rally. I always struggle with, like, I really want to record what's happening, and also I really want to fully play at the exact same moment, but whatever. Here I am. A very weak march made it into the counter rally, and my higher health march in this fort. Now, remember, a building, fort, or flag can only have one march per player, so we're counting on everybody to be cycling troops back into this fort, or it's going down, which is something that I think my Alexander the Great was in there before, and then it became weak, and then I took it out and put the Guan in. And I don't know if in this video I cycle in multiple times. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. But here we go. They will launch one more rally on the fort after this as well. But spoiler alert, we are going to get the build off successfully here, which, thank goodness, man, because this was harrowing. It always ends up being more stressful than it should be. But the beauty, again, of this Xeno just sitting here is it's just so difficult to knock out a Xenoflavius. It's so strong. The counterattack, I wasn't sure if it would be enough on the Flavius. It is enough when paired with Xeno. The two are very good together. Here they finally swarm the counter rally, which was really allowed to sit for maybe too long. But it doesn't matter. It's Pakal Herald. I mean, at some point, we weren't keeping that counter rally full. We almost needed to just cancel the counter rally because we might have actually just been kind of empowering the rally. I mean, I don't know. Herald does weird things. Pakal Herald shrugs off debuffs, okay? And Pakal Herald also does more damage with his active skills when you are surrounding him. And here I try to just very quickly get a look at this counter rally. And I look to see, like, can I find the big action? And I get jumped into a separate report. I'm sure there was pretty good damage that we dealt there from the AoE of the counter rally, but that doesn't really matter. All that matters is does this darn fort build or not, and it's getting swarmed like crazy again, so I'm bringing an Alex CJ to go and stuff with more infantry, and I'm looking and I'm like, oh god, we're dropping. We're at 1.6, and we're getting crazy swarmed. Guys, the whole point of a fort is you can have it at 3 mil. Get it to 3 mil. So, yeah, obviously it's problematic. I run my march out of the fort. I have another one stationed nearby. I think, yep, I'm on my way into the fort. And I'm in. And it's full again, baby. Okay, surviving. We do have a lot of non-infantry in there, but, you know, this is the point where it's like, just put anything in it. Just get in. Get in the garrison. And now I am sending my infantry back home. So I've stuffed this thing with infantry at least 3 times. By the time I started recording, I don't know how far along this had actually been. I lost a lot of power actually defending this particular fort. Okay, but Poppy's in now. So we got some Xenoflav garrison swaps going on to try to keep the garrison captains healthy. Here I am bringing my march in again. So will I fill a 4th time? Maybe. I mean, my city's close. It is my obligation to be doing this. What will I do? I don't know. Maybe I'll jump in. Maybe I'll field fight. There's another counter rally from another coalition in our war camp. Okay. Ooh, man. But we got this thing full. We got it full, baby. So, building a fort's really stressful, but looking at this report's going to be fun. And there's my fate changer. Let's go look at the reports. Okay, I mean, the rally did work to us, and this is shocking because Xenoflav has been, like, wrecking stuff, but we got so low that it became a problem. 1.8 dead for us, 1.6 dead for them, 18.6 million power loss for us, 14.3 million power loss for them. I'm pretty sure we have more T4 in our mix than they do. And if I just look real quick at the support skills and buffs here, looks like it is a Belly plus Martel. Great choice for the garrison. And they've got the Sun Tzu Bastion plus Belly. Strong choices all the way around. And if we just look at the stats here, what do we got? 217 infantry attack, 200.5 infantry defense, and 103 health on the Xenoflav. Also, I guess we can look. There are iconic base stat boosts here of 4, 7, and 8, which is pretty sweet. Then the Pakal Herald has 203% infantry attack, 196 defense, and 114% health. It's not actually easy to compare those stats because, like, each of these commanders gives different stats. You know what I mean? The thing you'd want to compare to is not these two against each other, but more like this Pakal Herald against other Pakal Heralds, but whatever, I'm rambling. So they're missing one iconic item, but also, I guess one of the items that's been made iconic on the garrison is not talented. Whatever. Doesn't really matter. It's good stuff, okay? It's good gear. How does this report go for the swarming? That's what we need to know. Whew. 58 to 195. XY with Mehmed. Great march. Actually, a lot of troops in there. 369,000 and a lot of troops, but you're swarming into 3 mil. So, GG. 54,216. 33 to 121, 41 to 79, 22 to 116, 30 to 220, wait, 288? Trajan Ethel getting dunked, bro. Oh, no. Well, picture. We take a picture of those. Okay. 58 to 233, 46 to 271. XY Mehmed, 87 to 155. Nebu. Nebu is a great march to be swarming one of these. Not Nebu. I guess Gilgamesh is a great commander to swarm one of these garrisons with. 24 to 102. 33 to 106. 25 to 137. 29, 151. 74, 58. As I said, Gilga is a good commander to be swarming one of these with. Why is that? Gilgamesh is going to apply health down. That's nice. But also, Gilgamesh is going to apply blood craving, making the target take more skill damage. Very critical in this situation. And every time Xeno heals, they're going to just take a bunch of damage. So, great choices there. 56 to 109. 14 to 118, 52 to 127, 80 to 84. Guan Leo doing work. Very impressive. 53 to 83, 22 to 45, 25, 43, 24, 21. So they're getting good trades here because we dipped low. That garrison dipped really, really low. I'll pull up the top of the report and show that to you. 12 to 32. Some one trooping, 50 to 91, 24 to 30, 33 to 48, 1924, 1930, 74, 85. Nevsky William, okay, strong march. 21 to 133. Trajan always gets bad trades in these situations. 71 to 125, but by the way, the Trajan debuff is really good. 49 to 76, 45 to 34. XY Nevsky, of course it traded positive. 16 to 43, and that's the end of that particular report. There was a lot that went on to saving this fort. I think there was another rally as well, although I don't know that I have those reports. And yeah, this dip right in here was the stretch that really let them get some very good trades on swarms, and also just really elevated their trade quality overall. Again, trading really doesn't matter here because you just want to take it down. And I will point out that Sipu, this fort we were defending, had really bad tech. So when you look at the garrison stats, the gear is actually really top tier on that garrison, but the literally like stats are missing here. This is a farm shell that does not have max combat tech. Significantly does not have max combat tech. It was put there to more be a placeholder, and we ended up having to defend it. So maybe we should have defended the flag instead, but I feel like if we'd done a flag, we definitely would have lost. Anyways, that was insane. And if you enjoyed the video, throw a like on here. Subscribe to the channel. Is this not entertaining to you? I've mentioned before that in about a week or so, week and a half, we're going to be defending the heck out of these forts. Because this zone is going to open up for contention in Heroic Anthem KvK on my restart. It's going to be very fun. So if you want to see that, subscribe. And until next time, you have fun, smash in the kingdom. And card will be up in the top, by the way, for live streams where we were battling in Zone 5. You know, it was during the daytime, but if you missed those streams, it was pretty fun. This zone. Good fight.